I guess I underestimated just how much people are done with the Kevin Patullo experience.
Well, he's become, and whether it's fair or not, he's become the thing, right? He's become he's
the flavor of the month.
Well, he's the thing to discuss because last year the offense was better, and they haven't changed much of the offense personnel wise. It's really just Becton that's different, and clearly the play caller is different this year with Patullo versus Kellen Moore last year. All right, one guy that had a big perspective on this during the postgame show on Sunday evening on NBC Sports Philadelphia, Ruben Frank. We're going to get to him in just 1 second here.
This show sponsored by Bet365.
All right, Ruben Frank, NBC Sports Philadelphia, with us here to talk about the coordinator and what the heck's going on with this offense. Rube, how you doing?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Well, we're trying to hang in there, Rube. It's about to fall apart around these parts. You know how it is in Philadelphia.
I'm not so sure about that. We'll see.
We will, and it's a big one Friday against the Bears. Ruben, what's your feeling on the offense right now and what they should do? Because they've reached a crossroads here. They won a lot of games without moving the football, but the numbers over the course of the season are towards the bottom of the league in many categories offensively. It feels like it needs to get much better to go win a Super Bowl. Ruben, what's your thought on what they need to do offensively?
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, the defense has gotten better every week, but you're not going to win a Super Bowl with this kind of offense. You're just not. So, I'm all for changing play callers. I would not have Nick do it. He's not very good at it. We saw that in 21 before he turned things over to Shane Steichen, who was great at it. Unfortunately, he's not available. Parks Frasier is a guy I would have do it right now. He's done it before with the Colts. He's called plays. He's not a position coach, so he's got the ability to do it without being encumbered by dealing with the position. You can't have Kevin Patullo, and I don't think he's the whole problem. Like you said, I don't think he's the entire thing, but you have to change something. And there's other things you can change, but that's the big one. And he just doesn't have a flair for it, for using plays to set up other plays, for being unpredictable, for adjusting, in-game adjustments. We saw that Sunday. He scored 21 points, and then your offense falls to pieces. The other team's adjusting, and you're not adjusting back. I mean, it's a chess match out there, and he's getting checkmated, I guess. But I just don't know how you can continue the way things are. I mean, you're not going to. I mean, the standards are high here. If you don't win a Super Bowl, it's a disappointing season, and you're just flat out not going to win a Super Bowl with him calling plays.
Ruben Frank with us here. The offense, when you look at it on the field, what do you think has been the biggest issue? Is it the offensive line? Is it their inability to sustain a passing game? Is it the run game totally disappearing? Like, when you watch it each week, what part to you sticks out as the part that is the most concerning?
Most egregious.
Yeah.
Look at you using egregious. There you go. I think it's Saquon. I think the biggest issue is Saquon, and I don't think it's just the offensive line. Obviously, they missed Becton. We know that. The injuries that have hurt. But when Tank Bigsby gets back there, the offensive line looks fine. And it's a limited sample size. But, man, I was just writing about that 3rd and 2 just after the 2-minute warning on Sunday when Jalen took that long sack, and it kind of set up the game-winning drive for the Cowboys. 3rd and 2 on your own 37. Last year, there's no way they're throwing the ball, right? There's no way. Third and 2, you're running it twice. If you have to, you get the first down, you drive down, Jake Elliott hits a field goal, and you win the game. You have Jalen doing a 7-step drop and then dancing around and getting sacked, and Cowboys are in field goal range on like 4 plays. So, to me, there's a lot of issues right now, but Saquon is not the same guy, and I think I don't think he's hurt. I don't think he's injured. I just think, and I didn't see this coming, but I just think the pounding, he had like almost 500 touches last year. What was it, 482?
Yep.
I think it took its toll, and I was naive enough to think that he'd be the exception to the rule that running backs that get that kind of workload are never the same the next year. I mean, we're seeing it with Josh Jacobs, and you see it with so many guys, and he's just not the same guy. And Nick doesn't admit it, and I don't know deep down if he believes it, but I mean, he's had one good game. This is a guy who ran for 2,000 yards last year. He's had one good game. Do you know Tank Bigsby only has one fewer 17 yards or longer run than Saquon? And he's got 18 carries, and Saquon's got 185. I think Nick owes it to the offense, to the team, or Nick and Kevin, whoever's calling the plays, to get Bigsby in there some more and see if he can add. He's got some juice to him that Saquon clearly doesn't have. And, every time he's had an opportunity, he had one carry on Sunday. It was 8 yards. It was longer than any of Saquon's carries. So I don't think he's the answer to all their problems, but I think a little more Tank Bigsby, a different play caller. Maybe, you get Lane back before you expected, and I think they could have a good offense. But, there's so much talent in this offense. It's just inexcusable to be this bad.
Well, I'd agree with that. Their numbers are we're at the Jets and the Saints and those some of the worst teams in the National Football League. Ruben, let's end with this. Do you think what happened 2 years ago will play into how Sirianni handles this? Around this time of the year, they were 10-3, but things weren't going great on defense. They changed the defensive play call, right? It went from Desai to Matt Patricia, and things seemed to get worse after that. Do you think that will impact Sirianni's decision when it comes to this now on the offensive side? And should it impact it? That was then, this is now, but it would get brought up again, like, hey, we just tried this 2 years ago. What does that say about the whole operation? What's your thought on that element to this?
Yeah, it's funny because Matt Patricia's doing a heck of a job with Ohio State.
Yeah, he is.
Calling plays. So you could use him on the offensive side, but it shouldn't. When he changed coordinators in 21, it was a brilliant move, and it kind of jump-started the offense and with Shane. So I don't think you can not do it just because of what happened 2 years ago. That was a talent issue. Matt Patricia wasn't great, but they didn't have any talent. They had injuries on defense, the secondaries. It was a mess. So I'm not sure anybody could have, but that's not the issue on offense with this team. The talent's there. We all know that. They've got Pro Bowlers at every level. So if that's the issue, I don't think it should be. And I'll tell you what, this offense is worse right now than the defense was when he replaced Sean Desai. And the offense is worse now than when he replaced himself in 21 after 7 games. So I think he owes it to the team to do everything he can to get this offense to where it needs to be to compete for a championship, and they're not there.
Well, they aren't, and it is striking when you say it like that. Ruben, we appreciate hopping on. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and Friday's a big one. Eagles and Bears Friday at the Link. Thank you, Ruben.
Have a good one.
All right, guys. Anytime.
There he goes. Ruben Frank, NBC Sports Philadelphia. So he threw Parks Frasier in the mix. We got a new name. He was with the Colts all those years ago. He's another one of those guys. I think he went to Miami for a little bit, Carolina, then Miami. I think he ended up with McDaniel in Miami before he ended up here.
Had an issue at his house, didn't he?
That was.
Wait, did he broken into?
Well, there was a news story.
Broken into, sprayed.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, y'all vague. Y'all being real.
I'll just read the headline.
I think his house got shot up.
His house got shot 77 times.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now this
in Miami?
No, this was in Indy. From the news story, I don't think this. It seemed to me
the wrong house, right?
Wrong house. I don't think Parks did anything wrong here, and he wasn't home. He wasn't. You would think a decent one. He's an NFL coach, right?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah. But who's in your neighborhood that they shot up the wrong crib?
I don't know. Well, that's I'm sure question.
That feels,
Park had to ask himself. Parks
feels like a very small mistake for a very insignificant. Or a very significant error.
Yeah, it was a huge error.
That's my bad, dog. We didn't mean to shoot your house.
Yeah, my wrong house. I only shot it 77 times before I realized.
We're having a little fun with it.
You on a
everyone
mission.
Was okay, by the way.
Right, yeah.
Well, nobody was home, right?
Nobody was home. From the Indy Star report, no one was home. Thank goodness.
My bad.
Yes, and if it is Parks Frasier, I'm sure that story will come up again. I hadn't thought of that name. He's another person on the staff, right? It's not. Sirianni's the one we're debating because he's handled this before. He's done it. I would just ride with Patullo, but now we throw Parks Frasier's name in the mix.
Also, the Sirianni one, I think, breeds the best possible long-term solution.
It would.
Like, if
we
it
don't
works
have to
out.
keep doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot. I mean, that's something the Eagles have to deal with and Sirianni has to deal with. If it's not him, even when we get to next year, who's calling the plays next year?
No, this is going to be a repeating cycle for forever. As long as Sirianni's head coach, we can't do it.
That is the bottom line.
Yep.
Let's